So the washing machine's going on in the background, so apologies if you hear that. But hello everyone, it is me, Yiki, and we are back with another Beyblade X unboxing. For today's unboxing, we have from Beyblade X, Dran 5-70DB. So yeah, honestly though, I really like this Bey. I was like, what I'm gonna gotten it, but yeah, I'm really happy to have this one, and it's kind of funny. At least I think it's just fusion between two different Beys. I'll explain about it when we get over it, like probably after it gets out of the box. But you know, pretty cool looking Bey. But we do have like, this is from the UX line, which you want to know the difference between BX, UX, and CX. BX is just, you know, just a standard base of stuff like Tusk Mammoth and Horn Rhino. UX, they specialize all the attributes into one thing, that being stuff like, well, Buster Dran and Hammer and Cindio. And then CX just means you have more customization options, that's being like Percy Stark and like Courage Dran. So yeah. But here's the name title, HSA and up from Hasbro and Tony or TT. You have the letter rip tab, but if you know me, I don't do that because I like to preserve the boxes. See, once again, UX is right there. You have a little cutout window showcasing the Bey, a CG render showing the Bey in action, what's included. So since this is a starter pack, you get both the Bey and the launcher. Flip down here, you do get the UX logo. Flip over here, it just advertises the Beyblade X app, available to download for free, both on the App Store and the Google Play Store. Flip down here, we get the beautiful barcode, and we flip to the back, we get the stats plus what Buster Dran specializes in. So Buster Dran specializes in one-hit attacks. Although I will admit, for this combo, I don't know how well you can actually pull off a one-hit attack. But yeah, so anyways, but Buster Dran 5-70DB is a right spin stamina type Bey. For the blade Buster Dran's right spin attack type blade, attack 70, defense 20, stamina 10. For the Ratchet 570, attack 12, defense 8.5. That's actually different. I've never seen something with a point before. It's always just been a full number. Stamina 9.5. Alright, that's also different. This is my first Bey that actually has a point in it. But not like the point bit. Aha, aha, aha. And then for the height, 70. So 570 has 5 points of contact and is 70 millimeters tall. And then for the bit DB, which stands for disc ball, attack 15, defense 20, stamina 55, dash 10, burst 30. And yeah. Alright, let's pop it open. And apologies if you don't see the full thing on camera when I'm opening up the product. I like to try and keep my fingers. But always be careful when using scissors or anything sharp, especially if you're a youngin'. Now then, try to see what I mean. I just hit myself, you know, even though I was looking. Cool, you dang, these scissors are tight. Let's do that. Boom. And we should be able to get you. Did we? Alright, there we go. Put the scissors. Well, actually, don't put them too far away because you're going to need them in a quick second. There we go. Quickly fold this back up. There we go. Okay, move everything else off to the side. We got a little pamphlet. I was expecting that to be a different color a bit. Let's see. Alright, so here's how you put together the Bey, but I showed it off anyways. The other's just showing off the X app again. Flip to the other side. Here's how you launch the Bey. Parts of the stadium. do's and don'ts, and how to score points. It's first to 4, but me personally, when I play, I do first to 5. Alright, so I can go off to the side now into the void of nothingness. Like, I just have a big style. I just have like a big, not style, but stack of like these little Beyblade X pamphlets. I just like chuck them into Reno when I'm done with them. But since it's a starter pack, it does come with just a little proto launcher. You know, nothing too special. Sometimes you do get special ones like the blue Buster Dran and Hammer and Cindo. They come with special ones. Like the launcher is black, and then for Buster it's a blue ripcord, and Hammer it's a red one. So sometimes you do get special ones. So I'm still a little bit bummed out that Leon doesn't get one. I swear it comes like a either white or black launcher of like a gold yellow ripcord. But let's take this stuff out. Okay, be careful. I don't want this stuff to go flying. Cool. Let's see. Hey, it's like that. It's like a mini. Actually, there was a Beyblade in the burst there that could like pop out a mini bay as like a little tube. Of course, it'd be a glass cannon in the game because it could probably actually destroy you. But it was a fun gimmick. Let's pop out Buster. Wow, that's actually very easy. It's been a while since we had an easy one to pop out. Alright, so before we get into parts, I'm gonna go back to a point of why I mentioned saying it's kind of like a hybrid bay for me, because this is from wave 4, but in wave 3, when we just start getting UX bays, we had blue Buster Dran and yellow Wand Wizard, which is the Hasbro name for Wizard Rod. But Buster Dran came on 160 XL and Wand Wizard came on 570DB. And this one has both of those parts and it's blue and yellow. Well, at least this part is. This is just yellow. So I like to think, kind of funny, I like to think it's kind of like a hybrid / fusion between the two from Wave 3. I don't know, just thought it was kind of funny that way. But now we can get into the parts. But we have DB, which is disc ball, which honestly in the back of the box made it look gold, so that would be like a gold plastic yellow, but maybe they didn't do it because of gold plastic syndrome, because it'd be fighting up against base, so it'd probably break easily. But yeah, like I said, you're not gonna do it? You see, it looks cool. I don't know if you could do that. You probably did also with other different ball bits, but I mean, like this ball is actually kind of good because I think it helps with life after death, which means like the base stops spinning, but I can like life after death means like, because since the base round, it's technically stopped spinning, but because of the shape, it can still spin for a little bit longer, which helps you guys survive a finish. So I think this ball helps with life after death finishes, which helps you guys survive a finish. We got 570, you know, like I said, 5.2 contact, 7mm tall. Honestly, a little bit worse than 560, but better than 580. So, you know, take your pick. Like, I think the 70 ratchets are okay because if you want to run something with the 60 height and still need something with the same amount of contact points, then you're probably better off using the 71s than the 81s. I do like the color. It's kind of like this gold yellow with this smoky black. And then we have the blade itself, Buster Dran. And honestly, out of all the Buster Drans we have released, this one's honestly my favorite for the gear chip kind of design, like the colors or whatever. But for the gear chip design, this one's generally my favorite. Like, it just looks awesome. So this is like generally my favorite Buster Dran out of all the Buster Drans we have released at the point of this recording. Who knows, by the time this video comes out, there could have been maybe like 2 or 3 more Buster Drans that get released, and maybe they look cooler. But for right now, this is still my favorite Buster Dran. But yeah, if it's like specialized in one-hit KOs, which we do have a Xeno Excalius, so it's probably retooled from this mold. Oh, I didn't even notice. It has a little X. It has a little X engraved onto it. I wonder if my other Buster Dran has it. Yeah. If I remember, if I can remember, I'll follow up in text if it does or not. It probably does though, if it's a busted Dran. But it's on the sword part. I thought it'd be on the back. But if you flip to the back, here is the QR code in case folks want to scan this bay into your Beyblade X app. And now let's put it together. So, oh yeah, and before we do put it together, this is a Hasbro exclusive recolor for right now at the time of this recording, which means like the pieces do exist, but for the coloration, it's not available for TT, so it's a Hasbro exclusive recolor. But you put the ratchet in, you twist to the right, but if it's less spin, but you twist to the left. Wow, that felt. I think this ball has a very low burst resistance, so that felt like no effort. Like even the other low resistant bits just they had a little bit of effort to put in. This one just feels like nothing. But yeah, put in the bit, and if this was the BX bay, you would twist around to make it look pretty. But UX and CXs don't do that. Oh, the washer finished. Well, actually, I wonder if we can free spin. Can you? Whoa, that went off to the side. Okay, I guess not. Oh well. No harm, no foul. Put you off to the side. I'm just gonna move that stuff out. Alright, let's put it in off to the side so we can whip out stadium. Go to 0.5. Stadium time. So, how it works is we do a test launch and then we do a test battle between the bay I have in my collection. So, let it rip. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how this is supposed to do one hit KO since it's on the stamina bit. It's kind of stationary. I mean, I guess they're just talking about the blade doing one hit KO, but like, yeah. Alright, let's do some test battles. So, for its battle partner, it shall be facing the other Hasbro exclusive recall, which at the time of quoting that one, I didn't knew it was. I just assumed, okay, whatever, because I didn't realize at the time of that recording, Hasbro exclusive recallers existed. But we're fighting on the other one, at the time of this unboxing, which is Sting Unicorn. If you want to see my thoughts and opinions on this bay, I'll leave a link to the description. Well, I'll leave a link to its video in the description down below. And in the icon up above in case you folks want to check out my thoughts and opinions on this bay. So we're going to launch Buster first, and then in the second round we're going to launch Sting. Let it rip. Let it rip. Wow, expecting more of a fight. Alright, now we're going to launch Sting. Let it rip. Let it rip. Impressive. It feels really tall though. I don't know if it's because of disc ball being tall, but it just feels tall. And that's side profile. Yeah. But thanks, Sting Unicorn. Bring back the playmat. 0.1. Nope, not point. Well, we keep it at 0.3 for right now. Is 0.3 too much? Nope, it's fine. Of course, I usually go to 0.2 for this stuff, but. Well, tilt down. There we go. Well, that been my look at Busted Dran 5-70DB disc ball from Beyblade X. I'd like to thank you folks for watching this unboxing. Folks did enjoy the unboxing, give the video a thumbs up. And my string launcher is caught on the hook. Like one of the launch prongs, I just realized that. But give the video a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, I'll play them as fast as I can. And subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever I drop a new video /show/stream. But until next time, toodles.